Hi, Colette here from Riverstar Supply, and I want to show you the second way that you can make a simple and beautiful beaded silicone bracelet. First thing you're going to do is grab your 2mm nylon cord and you're going to tie a knot in it. So to do that, you're going to wrap it around your finger and then pull the short end of the tail through once and twice, and then you're going to give it a good hard tug to tighten that knot up. You're going to snip that short end off, and we are going to grab the male end of the clasp. You can see that it's a little bit longer or larger than the female end of the clasp. You're going to want to put that onto the cord so that the male end of the clasp sticks out at the end of the cord. Okay, so you'll see that here. Perfect. Alright, so you can either secure that with a knot there, or you can start to place your beads. And in this case, we're just going to start with our beads. Feel free to do it however you feel comfortable or however you'd like. And in this particular design, I'm going to use between bead knots. So I'm just going to do a single twirl around my finger and then tuck the end through. You absolutely don't have to do this. This is just one way that you can actually build a beaded bracelet. You can do it without between bead knots, or you can do it with between bead knots. And the adjustable bracelet style that I showed you previously, so I believe it's yesterday that I released that tutorial, you can actually choose to do between bead knots on that adjustable bracelet just as easily as you can choose not to do between bead knots on this particular clasp bracelet. So it's absolutely very flexible, and you do it however you feel comfortable or however you prefer. Okay, so here we go. We're going to build an alternating pattern here, and I'm going to use the same colors that I used on my adjustable bracelet. And we've got here our seafoam, our dove, our chalky mauve, and our snow. And I'm going to go back to seafoam now, because I'm going to be alternating. And here it is. You're just basically simply doing exactly what I had mentioned. You're basically just looping it around the finger to tie those between bead knots. So here we'll slide the bead on, and then we loop it around the finger and then tuck that long tail all the way through, and then give it a good tug and secure it. And then we're on to the next bead. So we're just going to continue to do that for a little while here. Now, as I said, this particular bracelet is not going to be adjustable. If you're looking for something that'll fit both bigger wrists and littler wrists, or will grow with wrist size, you may choose to use the other method that we showed yesterday, which was our adjustable bracelet. And that one does not require a clasp, but instead relies on a knotting system to actually keep it adjustable. But if you think that you will be able to maintain the wrist size that you need, so it's not going to be going on a range of different children or a range of different people, you may also prefer to have a clasped neck bracelet, which is what we've got here. So the important part for this is that you're going to want to measure it along your wrist, and I think that's probably good for me there. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull all of the beads back so that you are exposing that last knot. Okay, so you're going to pull all of those beads all the way back so that you've got that knot exposed. And then you're going to put on the female end of the clasp, again, so that the belled end is sticking out. And then you're going to tie your last double knot, so again, through once and then through twice, pulling it really tight. And you're going to want to pull that knot as close to the front of that clasp as you possibly can. You want to get it as tight as you possibly can and as close to that as you possibly can, close to it as possible. You're going to snip it, and then you can simply replace all of your beads exactly where they needed to be in between the knots, and you're done.